How are you all? Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Just adjusting the audio here. Is the audio for all of this webinar? It's okay? Okay. I think only audio here is not there. Hari Om, Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Om. Slightly, one more point required. Just one point. Hari Om. Yes. Shall we start? If required, just Sumedha, if required, just adjust a bit. Happy Yugadi, those of you who belong to Andhra, Karnataka, and Gudi Padwa also, for those from Maharashtra. Day before yesterday, right? Sunday. We start. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswati Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavad Pada Shankaram Loka Shankaram Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yatkripatamaham Vande Paramanandamadhavam Paramanandamadhavam. Namah Shri Shankarananda Gurupadambujanmane Savilasa Mahamoha Grahak Krasaika Karmane. We'll read verses 43 and 44 together. We completed these verses in the earlier sessions. Jivadvaitam tu shastriyam ashastriyamiti dvidha upadadhita shastriyam atatvasyaavabodhana Atma Brahma Vicharakyam Shastriyam Manasam Jagat Buddhe Tatve Tachaheyam Iti Shrutyanushasanam Iti Shrutyanushasanam. Ishvaradvaitam or Ishvara Srishti is welcome. It does not create any difficulty for us. Rather, the external world is only helpful for our spiritual unfoldment. Sadhakam natu badhakam. That was what Swami Vidyanandaji said in verse number 42. Sadhakam, it assists. Sadhakam, the world, external world, assists in our spiritual unfoldment. Natu badhakam. It never is an obstacle. The Guru and Shastra are only part of the external world. Is it not? Sadhakam. And even the so-called joys and sorrow that the world gives us, external circumstances give us, they are only good for us because they wash away our prarabdha and help us become fit for further progress. Whenever any difficulty comes, pain is there, sorrow is there, we learn from that, is it not? We grow because of difficulties. There is no person who has not grown because of difficulties. So joys and sorrows are inevitable in our life. Joys and sorrows are expression of our punya and papa respectively. And these joys and sorrows, by clearing those punya and papa, help us to move forward. So in this way, the external world is very much helpful in the spiritual life for a jiva. And that is why Vidyaranyaji says, Sadhakam natu badhakam. It is helpful, not a obstruction. And of course, the Guru and the Shastra, both of them belong to Ishvara Srishti alone, without which there is no spiritual progress possible. It is a teaching of the Shastra which is laid for us by the Guru, which helps us. Therefore, sadhakam natu badhakam. Then coming to Jiva Srishti, Vidyaranyaji says, Jiva Srishti is twofold. Shastriyam and Ashastriyam. Shastriyam, Shastra Vihitam, ordained as injunctions by the Shastra. Shastra scripture. Ashastriyam, Shastra Nishiddham, described in the Shastra as prohibitory. So Vihitam helps us to evolve, Nishiddham causes a devolution. So evolve, devolve. Evolution, devolution. So as far as Shastriyam, what is Shastriyam? The highest of all Shastriyam is Brahma Vichara. That was explained in verse number 44. Atma Brahma Vicharakyam Shastriyam Manasam Jagat. Jiva Srishti is what? Jiva Srishti is the internal world. Ishvara Srishti is the external world. Atma Brahma Vichara is an internal thing. It is not external. The Guru and the Shastra may be external, but the knowledge of the self's identity with the Supreme Reality, Atma Brahma Aikya, Atma Self, Brahma Reality, Aikya, the oneness, this is a knowledge. And this knowledge is internal. And therefore, Shastriyam Manasam Jagat. It is an inner world. And when we say Atma Brahma Aikya Vichara, when we say Atma Brahma Vichara, Vichara, inquiry. In this term, Vichara is included Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, all the three. Vichara is not just inquiry here. Vichara is the entire path. Atmavare drashtavyaha shrotavyo mantavyo nididhyasitavyaha. In the language of Jivan Mukti Viveka, it is Tattva Jnana plus Vasana Akshaya plus Manonasha, which leads to Jivan Mukti. So Atma Brahma Vicharakyam, this Shravana Manana Nididhyasana, which a Jiva performs with his mind, constitutes the Shastriya aspect of the Jiva Srishti. Because Jiva Srishti is twofold, Shastriyam and Ashastriyam. Therefore, this Shravana Manana Nididhyasana, the internal world created by the Jiva, is Shastriya. And how long should one perform these sadhanas, Shravana Manana Nididhyasana? It is said, Buddhe Tattve Tachaheyam. Buddhe Tattve, when the ultimate reality is realized, what should one do to Shravana Manana Nididhyasana? One should give it up. Buddhe Tattve, when the self is realized, there is no need any further for Shravana Manana Nididhyasana. Buddhe Tattve Tachaheyam. Heyam Tyajyam is to be renounced. Okay? Iti Shrutyanushasana. This is the injunction. Anushasana is an injunction. Anushasana is an order. It's a command. Thus is the commandment of the Shruti. There is a very famous statement which we have quoted also before. Yena tyajasi tatyaja. That by which you give up everything, that also you give up. Yena tyajasi tatyaja. In my mother tongue, Tamil, you have a very famous Tirukural, a very famous text, Tirukural. It says, very nicely it says, Patruga, Pattatran, Patrinai, Appatrai, Patruga, Patru Vidak. People who hear this kind of, they say, Tamil is a Wondru Gundru, they say. Wondru Gundru, the Ra comes so many. Very beautiful. Patruga, Patruga, hold on. Catch. Patruga, catch. Catch what? Pattatran, Patrinai. Catch that love of the one who does not attach himself to anything. Meaning attached to the detached. Attached to the detached. God. Appatrai. Appatrai Patruga. That attached to the detached, is it not? Appatrai means that attachment you should hold on to. Why? Just for one purpose, and that is to give up your attachment. Attach to the detached and hold on to that attachment so that you give up attachment to the world. Patruga, Patratran, Patrinai, Appatrai, Patruga, Patru Vidarku. Iti Shrutyanushasana. Thus the declaration of the Shastra. Now, the moment it is said, thus the declaration of the Shastra, evidently, or it is but natural, or the author must give us some examples of Shrutis which declare this. Declare what? Hold on to Shravana Manana Nididhyasana only till you realize the self. At realization, drop it. After realization, you need not practice any sadhanas. So you have a series of verses coming from Amrutanada Upanishad, Brahma Bindu Upanishad, Bradharanyaka Upanishad, Mundaka Upanishad. So what Vidyaranyaji does is that he selects portions for us from various Upanishads which explains that this Manasa Srishti, this Jiva Srishti of the Shastriya nature also is to be given up. Okay? In other words, the Jiva Shrishti is finally given up. So what are the verses? Let us now read one by one. Verse number 45. Shastranyadhitya medhavi abhyasya cha punah punah paramam brahma vijnaya ulkavatanyathotsrajet. Shastranyadhitya medhavi ulkavatanyathotsrajet. Medhavi. Medhavi literally means a wise person, buddhiman. Medha means knowledge. Medhavi, one who retains that knowledge. In the Vivekachudamani, you have Medhavi Purusho Vidvan Uha Poha Vichakshana Ukta Lakshana, etc. etc. It goes. So, a person who is fit for this self-unfoldment, for the spiritual path, Medhavi. Medha is a capacity by which one grasps and then retains. Some of us have the power of grasping, but retention will not be there. Some of us have the power of retention, but it takes time to grasp. Medha indicates this dual power of comprehending and retaining. And that is why we have this Medha Sukta chanting, which one develops the Medha. But here, Medha refers to a wise person. It is not just literally one who is able to understand and retain, but rather it refers to a person who has done, who is capable of Viveka and Vairagya. In other words, Medhavi refers to a Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampannaha. One who is endowed with the fourfold qualification. Viveka, Vairagya, Shamadhi Shatka Sampatti and Mumukshutva. Any basic text of Vedanta will give you the details of this. For further, you can refer to Tattvabodha, Vivekachudamani. Many texts are there, Vedanta Sara, you can refer to. So such a seeker, an endowed seeker, a qualified aspirant, what he should do? Shastrani Aditya. Shastrani, the scriptures. Here by scriptures, what we refer to is the Upanishads. Because it is the spiritual pursuit that we are talking, not the Veda portion, but the Vedanta portion. The Upanishad portion. Not the Karma Kanda, but the Jnana Kanda. Shastrani Aditya. Aditya. Aditya means having comprehended. The word Aditya has got this kind of combination, Adhi Upasarga plus E Dhatu. E means to go, to reach. So Aditya also indicates that the person should not study by himself. The person, the student, the Medhavi, what he should do? He must reach the Guru and study. Guru Sannidhau Shravanam Kuryat. So one should listen and study to the Vedanta by how? By going to a teacher who knows the tradition and from him study or from her study. What is the importance of going to a person and studying? Because these subjects require not just literal understanding, but rather the traditional wisdom which comes through the parampara. I think for everything it is the same. Even to make dosa, idli and all, just if you read paratha, whatever it is there, suppose you just say put this much, that much, it doesn't. There is a rahasya there. At the end, that grandmother tells, you know what you should do now? After you cook, then you put that coriander leaves, not before. And you should cut this way, not that. Now, there are so many techniques and so many secrets which are there, which comes to the tradition, and that cannot be encapsulated in words. Also, words have a certain limitation in the spiritual pursuit because words cannot point the infinite. It is the guru who guides a student to go from the finite words to the infinite self, and that a human touch is required. Puja Gurudev says beautifully, knowledge goes through the wings of the words of the teacher and enters into the heart of the student. The words of the teacher are the wings, and knowledge goes through that. I think everybody who has studied under a guru knows that it cannot be independently mastered. It is not that there is something called Guru's grace. Of course, these things are there, grace and all those things. It is not some kind of superstition. It is rather an actual fact that unless somebody helps, we will miss the secrets. In other realms and all, they speak of mentor. They speak of some senior person mentoring, etc., etc. All those things people accept, but when it comes to Shastra, they say, why Guru? That only shows some kind of narrow-mindedness and block-headedness and some kind of prejudice. Or this horses, for the horse they put something like this. The horse can't see here and there, it will go like this only. So some kind of limitation of the vision is there. Bhagavan Shankaracharya says in the Bhashya, Ashastra asampradayavit shastravidapi murkavatyajya. Shastravid, the person has studied the Shastra, but asampradayavit, he doesn't know the sampradaya, meaning he has studied not from the Guru, independently he has studied. Shankaracharya says, murkavatyajya. It should be given up as though he is a fool. See, so much Vedanta is very open, very logical, but certain points and all, Vedanta is very strong. It is very traditional in a way. Okay? It is one of the most modern and most open-minded philosophy, but certain things and all are very traditional and are uncompromisingly firm. So, Shastrani Aditya, after having studied from the Shastra from the Guru, Abhyasya punah punaha. Not just study is sufficient, Abhyasya, practicing it, inquiring into it punah punah, meaning mananam kritva, after doing manana. Then what? Paramam Brahma Vijnaya Nididhyasanena Sakshat Kritva. Through Nididhyasana, after coming to have a direct comprehension, Sakshatkara, direct experience, Sakshat Kritya, Paramam Brahma Vijnaya. So what has happened? Knowledge of the self has happened through Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Then what should one do? Ulkavat tani atha utsrajet. Ulkavat tani shastrani. All the Shastra one has studied, done reflection upon, meditated upon, all of them tani ulkavat. Ulka is not meteor here. That is a different ulka. Ulka is, in the villages and all, when to go from one place to another, light will not be there. Even now in many villages, I myself have traveled that way. when I was in Kodaikanal and all, I traveled. I go for Baliyar class. Gets over at 9 o'clock. Have Bhiksha, everything, 9 o'clock. Then afterwards, to reach the ashram, there's no light, village to village. So they will give you a torch. How they'll give you a torch? They will take a stick, cover it with cloth, and then dip it in kerosene. Kerosene, what do you call kerosene? No? Dip it in kerosene and light it up and give it to you. And then you carry it. And how you, once you reach the ashram, you don't take it inside. You put it outside only. You, whatever, you just take the fire off, put it down and go inside. Meaning, it serves a purpose and afterwards it is not required. As long as you are in the dark, you require this light. The moment you come to light, what is the need of light? Ulkavat tani atha thereafter. Atha is thereafter. Thereafter, utsrajet. One should give it. This is from Amrita Nada Upanishad. The beautiful verse, isn't it? Shastranyadhitya medhavi abhyastya cha punah punah paramam brahma vijnaya ulkavatanyatotsrajet. Now, Amrita Bindu Upanishad. Iti Shrutyanu Shasam. He said, thus the Shrutis have declared. So next to Shruti, he takes up Amrita Bindu Upanishad. Let us read. Grantamabhyasya medhavi Jnana Vijnana Tatparaha Palalamiva dhanyarthi Tyajet Granthamasheshataha. Granthamabhyasya medhavi Jnana Vijnana Tatparaha Palalamiva dhanyarthi Tyajet Granthamasheshataha. Amrita Bindu Upanishad, very beautiful Upanishad, short but yet very complete. Not just gives a philosophical knowledge but also provides the practical means to move forward. And in the concluding verses, you find these verses. We have taken Amrita Bindu Upanishad here. I remember, isn't it? We have taken one of the programs. Yeah, it is available also. DVD also available. I think YouTube also it is. In Chinfo channel. Grantham Abhyasya Medhavi. Here again you see Medhavi comes. Medhavi meaning the Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampannaha. Grantham Abhyasya, after having comprehended the Shastra, meaning Shravana. And what should be the attitude with which one should do Shravana? Because one can study the Shastra with many ideas in mind. Sometimes one can study the Shastra for name and fame also. One can study the Shastra for teaching others also. One can study the Shastra for memorizing also. One can study the Shastra to so many ways, so many reasons are there why somebody would be studying a Shastra. But what should be the right attitude? Jnana Vijnana Tatparaha. The very important. Jnanam teham savijnanam. Bhagavan Shri Krishna says in the 9th chapter, I will teach you jnana and help you for vijnana. Jnana vijnana tatparaha. Tatparaha is intent. What should be the intent? What should be the attitude? For knowledge, for jnana and vijnana, I am studying the Shastra, not for anything else. Jnana is intellectual clarity. It is very important. Without clarity, what can you do? First, you must understand. And what is Vijnana? Vijnana is a actual experience. Jnana is Buddhi Purvaka. And Vijnana is Anubhava. So one could say Vijnanam is Anubhava Janyam. Jnanam is Shastra Janyam. So one comes from the Shastra, one comes from the experience. This is what one should seek. This should be very clear. If at all, if these things are forgotten, then the whole purpose of Shastra is lost. See, sometimes, even when our Gurudev used to advise us this, when we finished our Vedanta course, I remember especially, I finished the Vedanta course, I was wondering, they were telling us to go and, teach and all those things. I said, what is this? 2 years over, 2.5 years, our 2.5 years for asking us to teach. What do I know to teach? Just started. I was so much concerned. And who can teach? Only jnanis can teach, is it not? Sadhakas, what can we teach? I was very much concerned. What is this? So Gurudev had come on, for Diksha, Gurudev had come. And then after giving the Diksha, clothes and all those things, giving our names and all those things, then Swamiji gave a talk for all of us. He said, first thing he said, don't think you are going to teach. You are not going to teach. You are not a guru. What you are doing is, you are loudly reflecting. Your intellect is speaking to the mind loudly. And when you loudly reflect, other people are overhearing. And if they benefit, that is Ishvara Ichcha. Narayana, Narayana. You be thankful to everybody who is sitting in front of you because they are giving an opportunity for you to loudly reflect. What I am saying is that the attitude should be Jnana Vijnana Tatpara. Not that I am the next Vivekananda in the making. Humility is required always. Jnana, that should be the attitude. Even while studying, what should be the attitude? I want to understand, I want to realize. And from that, there's nothing should change. Not even 1 inch, 1 centimeter, millimeter should change. And the whole sadhana, actually sharing this knowledge, nothing but manana. That's all. And others are benefiting, that is Ishvara Ichcha. That's all. But if you keep the idea of I am going to transform everybody and that is why I am doing, finished, all got lost. It is putting the cart before the horse. Something is there in there. Putting the cart before the horse. The whole thing will collapse. Oh, the horse will go the opposite side probably then. It won't go this way, it will go this way. Anyhow. Jnana Vijnana Tatpara. That should be there. And therefore, when Jnana Vijnana is there, then what will happen? After Vijnana comes Palalameva Dhanyarti Tyajet Grantam Asheshataha. Dhanyarti. Dhanyarti is one who is keen on the grain. One who is keen on the grain. What will he do to the husk? What will he do with the husk? He will dispose it off. Or probably give to the cows. That's all. Palalameva dhanya. After the grain, what does one do to the husk? See, remember, they're talking of Shastra. Such a very glorious Shastra, which is highly worshipped. About the Shastra they are talking. After gaining the grain, one gives up the husk. The same way, after attaining Jnana and Vijnana, one gives up the Shastra. Tyajet Shastram Asheshataha. Completely give up. Completely give up, you ever abide in that experience. You do not need any teaching. Right? Next one you see. This one is from the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Tameva dhiro vijnaya prajñam kurvita brahmanaha nanudhyayed bahun shabdan. Dhyayat is there in your book? Dhyayed is there in my book. नानुध्यायेत् बहून् शब्दान् वाचो विक्लापनं हि तत् तमेव धीरो विज्ञाय नानुध्यायेत् बहून् शब्दान् वाचो विक्लापनं हि तत्. Dhiraha, Brahmanaha. You find two words here. Dhiraha, one who has got a dhi is called a dhira. That ra does not make any difference. Sushiraha is an opening. That which has got a space is called Sushiraha. The same way Dhiraha. Dhiraha, one who has got dhi, intelligence. And he again qualified Brahmanaha. The Shastra, whenever we find the word Brahmana, it has to be understood not as some jati, na? Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya. No, not that. Brahmana is Brahmanaha ayam iti Brahmanaha. Brahmana ayam means what? One who has dedicated himself to Brahman is a Brahmana. Sometimes the word Brahma also means Veda. So Brahmanaha ayam can also mean one who was dedicated to the Veda. And that is why you will find those who are doing the Vedic chanting and all called Brahmana. Okay? Later on the word Brahmana became something like a caste. And the one who is the son of a Brahmin or a Brahmana is called a Brahmana. But really speaking, in the Shastra, who is a Brahmana? The one who has dedicated himself to Brahman or the Veda is a Brahmana. Brahmanaha ayam iti Brahmanaha. Okay. Now, here one who is dedicated to Brahman means what? He is a mumukshu. One who is desirous for liberation, who is a jignasu, who has got Brahma jignasa. And such a Brahmana, a dhiraha, what he must do? Tameva vijnaya. After having comprehended vijnaya. After having comprehended means what? After Shravana and Manana are over. By Shravana, Abhavana is removed. By Manana, what is removed? Asambhavana is removed. These terms and all we have seen before. I am not going to explain. Or you can say, by Shravana, Pramana Gata Sandeha is removed. And by Manana, what is removed? Prameya Gata Sandeha is removed. These two we have seen before. Pramana Gata Sandeha, what does the Pramana say? This doubt is removed. What does the Pramana say? Tattvamasi, Jiva Brahmaikya, it states that Jiva Brahmaikya becomes Prameya. By Manana, what is removed? All your doubts with respect to Jiva Brahmaikya is removed. And therefore, Manana removes Prameya Gata Sandeha and Shravana removes Pramana Gata Sandeha. So, after removing all the Sandeha, Tameva Dhiro Vijnaya, after having comprehended. Then what should one do? Prajnam Kurvita. Prajnam Kurvita, in that knowledge, Chittai Kagryam Kurvita. Prajnam Chittai Kagryam. Chittai Kagryam, you focus, meaning Nididhyasana you do. And while doing Nididhyasana, what should one do? What should one not do? Na anudhyayet bahun shabdan. One should not keep remembering the various things one has studied, various texts one has studied. One should rather focus on the essence. Na anudhyayet bahun shabdan. Bahun shabdan, many texts. Shabda here refers to not sound. Shabda here refers to words. Words in turn refers to sentences. Sentences in turn refer to the grantha or the text. Don't dissipate your energy in going into more and more texts. Why? Vacho viglapanam hitat. Viglapanam is shrama hetu. Tiredness. It is responsible for the tiredness. Which is responsible for the tiredness? Unnecessary perusal of various texts is only going to lead to tiredness. Because you have finished everything. You know what is the essence. Pramanagata Sandeha is gone. You have grasped that prameya without any trouble now. Manana is also over. Now what is the need to go through more and more text now? Focus on the essence. Prajnam kurvita. And do not dissipate yourself in the comprehension of more and more texts, even if they deal on the same matter, because your job is over. The energy that you require to abide in that knowledge, which requires a lot of energy, that energy you will lose. Vacho viglapanam hitat. It will only cause more and more strain to your organs. Here, vak here is not just speech, but to all the organs, mind also, intellect also. All right. So in this way, every Upanishad says there is a point when you have to drop. Even though it is Shastriya, which is Shastriya, Atma Brahma Vichara is Shastriya, even that has to be dropped. Yena tyajasi tatyaja. Now, coming to two Upanishads further to conclude the topic. The first line is from Mundaka, the second line is from Katha. Let us read. Tame vaikam vijanita Hyanyavacho vimunchata Yached vang manasi prajnaha Ityadya shrutaya sputaha Tame vaikam vijanita Ityadya shrutaya sputaha. The first line is an adaptation of the Mundaka line, Mundaka statement. Tame vaikam janata atmanam anyavacho vimunchata. It's adaptation. Adaptation means it is a kind of what? Shortening or taking from that. Tame vaikam vijanita. Tam, that Brahman which is described in the Upanishads. Tam tu Upanishadam Brahma Prachami. That Upanishada Purusha. That Brahman described in the Upanishads, Ekam, which is Advaita, Vijanita, you should know. Anyavacho Vimunchata. Drop all other pursuits of the scriptures. Vak here refers to scriptures. As I said, sound, words, statements, shastra. Anyavacho vimunchata. Of course, one should drop all other useless talk. That goes without saying. Even after having grasped, even other text which deals with that, you drop. After Marana is thoroughly over. Before you drop, then it is a lot of waste. Okay? After Marana is over. After Marana is over means after doubtless knowledge has been gained. Before that, if you drop the Shastra, then you lose. At least many years it takes for doubtless knowledge. When we say doubtless knowledge, it is not just doubtless knowledge. It also means clear knowledge, firm knowledge. One may think I have doubtless knowledge, but unless one repeats again and again, and this knowledge becomes a samskara, it cannot become firm knowledge. So when we say doubtless knowledge, it also means firm knowledge, and it takes its own time. That is why we don't stop with one text. We study the same text in another text, meaning we study the same topic in another text. Like that, so many texts we study. Why? Because that samskara should happen, jnana samskara should happen. Only then the knowledge will settle down and become firm in our minds. That is why the Shruti also says. The Brahma Sutra is a very important sutra there. Avrutihi asakridupadeshat. The Shastra themselves tell that one must do avriti. Avriti means abhyasa of the ideas through various methods. Why? Asakridupadeshat. Because the same idea has been repeated many times. For example, Tattvamasi 9 times. The teacher explains through so many methods, isn't it? These so many methods we gather and glean from various texts. But once Shravana, Manana and all over, then it is not required. It takes time. So why I'm giving this statement in the middle of the statement which tells to drop is that as seekers we should not think that our Manana is over. It's easy to imagine our capability and greatness. It is more easy to find faults in others and find goodness in oneself. It is very natural. Be very, very careful. Alright? But once it is done, tame vaikam vijanita hi anya vacho vimunchata. Hi anya is hyanya. Vacho vimunchata. That is one. Next, kata. Yache, that famous verse, all of you remember? Shall we chant together? Yache dvang manasi prajnaha tadyachet jnana atmani jnana atmani mahati niyache tadyachet shanta atmani. Those who have studied Katha Upanishad will remember this verse. Yached vang manasi prajnaha. Prajnaha, wise person, what he must do? He must dissolve his speech, his indriyas in the mind. And further it is said that mind should be dissolved in the ahankara. In Jivan Mukti Viveka also it is coming, ahankara. This ahankara should be dissolved in this Vishesha ahankara should be dissolved in the Samanya ahankara or Mahat. The Mahat should be dissolved in into the Prakriti or Shantatma. And the self alone should remain. Meaning, everything has to be dropped finally. That is the meaning. Ityadyaha. I have just quoted a few. Ityadyaha. These are just a few. So many are there, etc. Shrutayaha sputaha. Shrutayaha. The statements of the Shrutis, sputaha, are clear. Sputaha vartante. That verb you have to add there. They are all very evident on the matter. Evident on the matter of what? That even the Shastra has to be dropped. Even the Shastra has to be dropped means what? The Shastriya Jiva Srishti has to be dropped. And what is the Shastriya Jiva Srishti? The Atma Brahma Vichara, or consisting of Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, that has to be dropped. Okay? So far we have seen what is the Shastriyam Jiva Srishti should be kept till the knowledge of the self, and once the knowledge of the self, it should be dropped. Correct? What about the Ashastriyam Jiva Srishti? When should we drop it? Or we should not drop it? Should we hold it till that realization of the self and then only drop? Next topic he begins. That we will do it in the next session. Any doubts? Have you all got information about the Aparokshanubhuti camp? Have you all got information? Okay, good. Nobody has got any doubts, right? Okay. The webinar, anybody has got any questions? Nobody. Okay, good. Did you all receive the questions? All of you have received? Okay. What is the cutoff date given for submission? 31st. 31st of March? Okay. Okay. Conclude. Tomorrow, Jivan Mukti Vega. Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Thank you all very much.